Okay. One of the things I've always wanted to address is, you know, female privilege. It exists. Whether you believe it or not, it exists. Yeah. There's a lot of rights that women have, a lot of things that women can do just because they're women. You know, like in cases of assault, the woman is automatically believed, no matter what. Almost automatically believed. And there's a lot of violent women out there who can get physically violent. You know, they have this mentality that it's okay to hit men because real men don't hit back. No. If you hit me, meaning to do me harm, I'm gonna knock you on your ass, no matter what's between your legs. No matter what. You know. And you see it a lot. You see, there are just as many men who are victims of domestic assault, domestic abuse, than there are women. In fact, there's probably more. You know, because a lot of it doesn't get reported. Because, you know, as men, we're told to just suck it up, be a man. Why are you complaining? You know, she just hit you, and a lot of the time, it's not physical abuse that women do. It's emotional, mental, verbal abuse. I'm gonna admit to something that very few people know. I've said it only to 3 or 4 people, people who I absolutely trust. I am a victim of domestic violence. My first marriage and one of my previous relationships before Claudia were abusive. Not physically abusive, mentally, verbally abusive, emotionally abusive. With Jennifer, my ex wife, nothing I ever did was right. Everything was wrong, no matter what. No matter what I did, no matter if I even asked, "Hey, how do you want this done? How do you want this? How do you want me to do this?" "Oh, do it like that," and then I would do it the way she would tell me she wanted me to. "Oh, you still got this wrong. What the hell is wrong with you?" Blah 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 blah. 2 years of that drove me. I had a problem with depression after that. Took me a while to get over it. Took me a while to build up my self esteem. In fact, to this day, whenever I do something for somebody, I still have that little fear in the back of my head. Are they going to like it? Are they going to get mad? And are they going to yell at me and scream at me and berate me? To this day. And I was married back, and I got divorced from her back in 1998. To this day. 24, 22, 23 years later, I'm still having issues with it. Took me a while to build up my self esteem after I left. If it weren't for a couple of friends of mine who I adore, who I'm just extremely loyal to, I'm not gonna name them on here. I don't want to call them out, but they know who they are. I wouldn't be here today. I would have committed suicide. That's how depressed I was. That's how useless I felt. Yeah, that's something I've never really admitted publicly before. Some people know it. About a few people know it. People who I absolutely trust know that what I went through during my marriage. The only reason I stayed as long as I did was because of the boys, my 2 sons, and I know that near the end I started realizing that they were seeing how she was treating me, And I didn't want them to think that that was the way to be, that that was the right way to be, that that was right, because it wasn't. So thanks to, a couple friends of mine, they know who they are. I got the courage to leave. It took me a long time to rebuild my self-esteem. I'm still building on it. Because she completely destroyed it. The other relationship, Brenda. She was mostly psychologically abusive. She had me convinced that everybody was against me. Nobody wanted to help me. My parents only wanted me around for money. My friends only wanted me around for money or what I could do for them and stuff like that. Meanwhile, she was trying to convince them that I was the biggest piece of shit on the planet. She tried to convince my mother, who knows me better than anybody, who knew me better than anybody, that I was abusive towards her. My mom laughed in her face. I would have loved to see that conversation. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that conversation. Because my mom knows me. My mom laughed in her face. Then she tried to convince two of my best friends, Tex and Ron Adobe, that I was cheating on her with this skanky ass friend of hers. Just nasty. Where you need like a hefty bag for this bitch. And they know me. They know I'm not like that. They know I don't cheat when I'm with someone. I am committed to a relationship. Even if it's falling apart, I'm still trying to save it. One of the things she would also do was that whenever we would have an argument, especially if she was in the wrong, she would always threaten to leave. I'm just going to go to my sister's. And I'd cave. I'd give in. I'd let go of the point I was trying to make just because I was trying to make the relationship work. I hadn't given up on it yet. In fact, I really didn't give up on it until after we moved into the apartment I have now, but that's another story. She finally stopped doing that after I called her on it one time. We were having an argument on my mom and dad's place, which we were staying at because she got us kicked out of my apartment. Apartment I was living in. That's no story for another day. And she threatened to leave. And I had it. Like, you know what? If I am so bad, if I am so bad, if I am so horrible that you want to threaten to leave every time we have a fucking argument, then leave. What? What are you talking about? I said it again. I'm like, if I am so fucking horrible, if I am such a bad boyfriend, such a horrible boyfriend, such a horrible person, that you want to threaten to leave every fucking time we have an argument, you want to leave? Leave. Okay, well, go empty the fucking account. You get your fucking money. I'll get my money. We'll fucking separate the stuff. Or you can pack up a fucking go get you a fucking U-Haul and you can go back to your fucking sisters. If I am so fucking horrible that you want to do this shit, that you want to fucking threaten to leave, leave. She never did it again. She never threatened to do that again. So I'm tired of being the one that's trying to make this shit work. And you're not. You're actually trying to fucking sabotage it. And it's tiring. It needs to stop. If you don't want to be in a relationship, fine. Go. I am not going to fucking stop you. If you don't want to fucking be with me, I'm not going to fight. You want to fucking be here? Go. That's it. It's taken me years to deal with all this shit. To trying to get over it. I'm still dealing with it. But yeah.